Shalom, shalom,
Shalom.
And we the GMS Phoenix camp coming back at y'all with Lord's will. Another edifying lesson. First and foremost, before we start, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Akakwadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to you brothers pushing and teaching this truth across the four winds of this earth. And as always, man, peace, blessings, and many salutations to you sincere that are tuning in. And Lord's will lesson is edifying, man, exhorting to y'all tuning in. Okay, but pretty much the theme of this lesson is gonna touch on the oncoming or impending judgment, the impending doom that's coming to America, man. Okay, which is fire. You see? And hey, it's not too far-fetched. You look at these nations and these different nuclear arsenals they have. Okay, one day those nuclear weapons are going to be used, man. Whether you people believe it or not, pursuant to Romans 3:3. If you get that, Ezekiel,
this is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning for me.
And that's what we're doing, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, man. Okay, giving you the warning, giving you the notice in advance before the dangers come. Okay, one of them dangers is going to go into nuclear warfare, man, between the U.S. and these other nations. You see, and also some of America's allies are going to turn on her as well. See, but nevertheless, this is what we're warning you of, man, to get right and repent to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. You see, or else you're going to be numbered amongst the sword in that day. You got it, bro.
This is 2 Peter 3:6. Whereby the word that then was being overflowed with water. So like it, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished.
Yeah, and that's dealing with the world in the time of Noah, man. Okay, because we understand that Noah, right, was also prophesying of a flood that was to come in his time, that the Lord was going to bring to judge all the ungodly people on the earth. And when you read that story, only Noah and his 7 only family members, well, Noah, his wife, and his sons and their wives were the only ones that made it, man. Everybody else died. And that's you can look at that as like a story of the elect, because only a remnant is going to be saved in this time. You got it, bro.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40 and verse 9.
Yeah.
It says, death and bloodshed, strife, sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood.
Yep.
Can we speak on that?
Hey, just like the brother was just breaking down, man. That flood came to what? Appease the wrath of the Most High, man.
Yep.
And water, you're able to wash many things with water, but you ain't gonna get the same purification process that you'll get by fire, man. You see? So that old world was wicked, right, and needed to be cleansed. But how much more wicked is this current world, man?
Yep.
It's gonna be cleansed by the process of what? Fire, man.
That's right, bro.
Burning out all the impurities, which is why that word hell is prophesied of in the Bible, which that word hell goes into what? Gehenna, meaning the valley of Gehenna, which was a place where Israel would burn all of the unclean things within Israel, man.
Wow.
That's what this is likened to. That's why Babylon's likened unto a sacrifice, right? Because there's about to be a burnt sacrifice out here, man. You see?
Man, that's heavy. Water, bro. You can bring that up.
Okay, this is Genesis, which backs it brother up. This is Genesis chapter 6, and we're going to read verse 7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and creeping things, and the fowls of the air. For it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. So, go ahead.
You want to speak on that?
So, if you think about it, at this time, the Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai went ahead and destroyed everything.
Yeah.
He destroyed everything and everybody except those 7 souls. Was it 7 or 8 souls?
8 souls.
8 souls. And remember, the only thing that really actually survived was those 8 souls and all the animals that were on the ark. Anything that was not on the ark died.
Yep.
It drowned. It was gone. So it lets you know, once again, that time is coming for a cleansing.
That's right, bro.
Let me go back to that 2 Peter.
Can you actually read up one more on that? Good, bro.
Well, you want verse 8 or verse 6?
If you can get verse 5.
Okay, Genesis chapter 6, verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
You see? And that's what's happening this time now, man. I mean, their heart, meaning their minds were only fixated on evil, man. Okay, that's why it say Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish, man. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Man, our people love to do wickedness. Okay, but that's why we're telling them to repent and get right, because wickedness is only going to lead to death. Right?
That's right.
Do you have the Apocrypha on your phone?
I can get it right here.
Could you grab me Sirach 19 and verse 5 real quick?
Ecclesiasticus 19.
Yeah, come, bro. Baba Shah.
It's going to be Ecclesiasticus chapter 19. And what would you want?
And verse 5.
And verse 5, and it says, whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be consumed, but he that resisteth pleasure crowneth his life.
He says, so whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness, man, shall be destroyed. That's pretty much what that's saying. Okay? You know, and you Jakes out here love to do wickedness. You know, Scripture says, it's roughly paraphrasing, it's as a sport for a fool to do mischief. You see, it's as a sport. You know, it's just like, you know, playing catch, man, with a football. It's nothing, man. Okay? You know, and that reckless behavior and that reckless mindset is the same reason why the Lord is going to bring judgment upon you people, man. Because you don't care and you don't think that any of your actions will have any consequences, but they will. You know, and you're soon to find that out. Are you holding something?
No, I was going back to that 2 Peter.
Okay, Kanye, you can grab that.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, and we're going to get verse 7. So y'all have understanding. But the heavens, so let's go back to it. So you have to understand the first time things were destroyed, it was destroyed by water. The next time that things are going to be destroyed, this is 2 Peter 3 and 7. Right. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
Woo, you see that? The heavens and the earth are now reserved unto fire. Right? And that word reserve goes into kept specifically in store for a particular purpose, man. You see that? So, you know what? You know, the land that you see, man, with all these different trees and all these different states, hey, this is about to be a lake of, that's really the lake of fire that you read about in the book of Revelation, man. Okay? It's not going to be some place underground, you know where the devil is sitting on his throne with a pitchfork. Okay, that really goes back into Greek mythology, man. You see? You people are going to be in that lake of fire, man, when Yahweh Shai comes back. You see, do you have something?
Yeah, I was going to say, going back into that fire, you know, that fire is going to come from the nuclear missiles.
That's right, bro.
So now when you sit back and think about what do you see gathering up right now in 2023? You see what's going on in Ukraine. You see what's going on with Russia. You see what's going on with Korea, Afghanistan, all these other countries. They gearing up for war.
That's right, bro.
They are gearing up for war. And as the brother said, they got nuclear missiles. You think them nuclear missiles just sitting in silos for no reason? They just there just for them to look at? They're about to be used. Matter of fact, listen to this. This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and 14. And it says, put yourselves in array against Babylon. Babylon is synonymous with what? AKA America. Basra, you know, Egypt. Those are synonymous with what this place is. It's a wicked ass place. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Well, them arrows are what? Nuclear missiles. Now, we all have common sense to know when it talks about a bow and an arrow, it ain't talking about a literal bow and arrow. Ain't nobody going to be in China and shoot an arrow in the sky and hit America. This is talking about nukes. Another thing y'all have to have understanding, when they shoot these nukes, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is going to govern where these nukes are going to go.
Yep,
and what they're going to destroy. Let me see if we go a little further. Shoot against her round about. She have given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her. So these nuclear missiles are about to come and destroy this place.
That's right, bro. Okay, and you people should actually be terrified, man. Okay, you see, because we understand, we're not afraid of the missiles. We're ultimately afraid of Yahweh Bashim Shai, because he has the power to put you in those missiles, man.
There you go.
You see, so knowing the terror of the Lord, the scripture said, we persuade you different individuals, man. You Israelites, right? You so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, we warning you, through the mercy and grace of Yahweh Bashim Shai to turn back, man, so you don't partake in that second death. Okay, but I got a precept for you, right? Because you brought out them arrows, right? And that's not talking about literal arrows, and you got to think too. When the prophets had dreams, of Babylon being destroyed, that was far in the future in their time, man. So, they're trying to use the terminology, to describe what they seen, such as arrows, man. And when you see those arrows or those missiles in the sky, they really look like arrows. Because you shoot an arrow up, it goes up, it arches, and it comes down.
That's right.
And that's the same thing these missiles are about to do. But this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 13, or instead of verse 12. It says, the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. You see? So these missiles, that's because you can't literally shoot, like the brother was saying, you can't shoot a bow and arrow through water, from China, and it hit over here in America. You see? They're using those, the word arrow to describe what they're seeing. Right? So these arrows that are going to be shot from the ends of the world are these different missiles. You see?
And you have to have an understanding too that all these countries got thousands and thousands of different nukes and IBCM missiles and different things that they have. People think it's a joke. People think it's funny because people think when Russia starts puffing his chest that he really don't have anything. Y'all forget, they don't always show a person that's with war don't always show their left hand.
Yeah.
They show what they want you to see. But they got stuff for you. So when all these other nations start to gear up and get ready, at that same time, when they start shooting nukes, and before they even shoot them nukes, what it says in Ezekiel, when Scripture talk about they're going to come into the unwalled villages, into the city of unwalled villages, you're going to have people that's going to invade this place. All them other militaries and whatnot.
Yep.
It's about to get real bad. And see, the brother was talking about earlier about a warning. Let me get this real quick. This is Ezekiel 33:7. I don't know if we got it earlier. Did we?
No, we didn't get that one. And
this is it, what we doing. Right. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. The house of Israel is who? You 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Latinos, so-called blacks, so-called Haitians, so-called Galileans, what you call Native Americans, and some more of y'all that are Israelites, who we talking to. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, the whole 12 tribe. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth, and warn them from me. So we are giving you a warning before things happen.
Yep.
There's always been prophets. Yahweh Bashim is not going to come out the sky and say, hey, let me tell you something. He says, I will send my prophets. He has sent his prophets all the time from the beginning through Moses and all the way down to now. To warn y'all. Is that what is that? Amos 8 and 9?
Yep, come on.
I do nothing unless I
got you, bro.
Let me get that.
Pull it out for you.
Because we letting you know what's about to come. We sounding that alarm. The reason why we sound alarm because we afraid of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. And guess what? We don't want y'all's blood on our hands when that time comes. Because we warned you. Yep. You chose to be talking about I'm living my best life. I'm doing me. You chose that. So when them missiles come to burn your behind up, hey, Nobody gonna feel bad for you. The scriptures even say, pray not for these people. Pray not for them. When that time comes, Yahweh says, don't you even pray to me for them. You gave them ample warning. So let them catch what they gonna catch. Go ahead and get through.
That's right, bro. I got that precept for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets.
And he has told his secrets to the prophets. And we out here telling you what is about to take place.
I got another precept.
Go ahead,
Con. This is
I mean take over.
No, yeah, you good, bro. Yeah, you all good. This is Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 9, to back the brother up. This is the NLT. Actually, I'll start at verse 8. Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 8, it says, I am Yahweh. That is my name. You know how there's an exclamation point after this, man. Lord stressing that his name matters, man.
That's right.
You see that? It says, I will not give my glory to anyone else, nor share my praise with carved idols. Everything I prophesied has come true. And now I will prophesy again. I will tell you the future before it happens. Whew. The Lord's saying he's going to tell us the future before it happens. And how's the Lord going to tell you the future? He's going to send his prophets, man.
That's right.
Like what scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing, aforetime, when the people go to inquire the Most High, they go to the seers. Because they had the vision, man.
That's right.
The Lord always gave the prophets the ability to see in the future, and that's why you people should be terribly afraid now, hearing the message that the prophets are speaking. Okay? Doom, gloom, destruction, nuclear warfare. Don't you understand how hot a nuclear detonation is? You know, when you even look it up, I believe a 350 megaton bomb, if it's detonated, it releases heat up to 3 million degrees Fahrenheit, man. How the hell are you going to be able to withstand that?
You can't.
And in that same article, it described, you know, if a bomb went off in D.C., like an ICBM, and it went into real detail, man. You know, talking about how everything that's in the side of that blast would just melt like candle wax, man. You see? Including you people.
That's right.
You have something?
Oh, and you think about this, because, you know, some of y'all might be listening and say, well, yeah, when that coming, I'll just be burnt up. You're forgetting you're forgetting something. You're forgetting about Jacob's trouble. You're forgetting about the famine. You're forgetting about martial law. You're forgetting about the concentration camps. See, it's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on before them nukes come. See, many people may just look at the nukes like, oh, yeah, I'm here 1 minute, gone the next. Oh, that's easy, no big deal. I just won't exist. You don't understand what's coming before that.
Yeah, you ain't going to get that quick Thanos.
Yeah, you're not getting that.
That's too quick.
Y'all realize like Yahweh Shemashah can slow down time? That ain't nothing to him. So when that fire go off or whatever go off, he can slow it down to inklings of seconds. He can feel your toenails falling off, your skin peeling and boiling, and it creeps all the way up before you even die. What does the scripture say? That they'll, what is roughly paraphrased? They'll search for death, but death will flee them.
They will seek death and not find it.
They'll seek death and not find it. You're going to be seeking death in that time. And guess what? You ain't going to find it. Because you're going to feel every damn thing that Yahweh Shemashah want you to feel.
Hey, because that's a known thing, man. When somebody gets so terrified, their heart stops, man. In fact, they say when people fall off a building or whatever, they die before they hit the ground. Because their heart stops, man. But you ain't going to have that luxury.
Nope.
It's just going to feel like it's going. You feel like you're dying, but you can't die.
Yep. Woo. Y'all playing with how you say Alashot you? Shoot, y'all playing around.
That, hey, good luck with that.
That's what I'm saying.
In fact, I'll grab that real quick. That because me and the brother were talking
about it earlier.
Yeah, just before we started the lesson, man. I was reading the Psalms 91, and just check it out, man. This is the book of Psalms, the 91st chapter, and
The papers are sticking. The papers are sticking.
It's the win.
Verse 1, it says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." But what kind of stirred things up with this verse, man? I was trying to read it to a child, and I had noticed in this in the other translation, this is the MSG version. It says you will sit down in the high God's presence, spend the night in Shadia's shadow. So it drew up my curiosity, that word Shadia, man. So I went ahead and looked into it, and it goes into Almighty, most powerful, right? But when you go a little bit deeper into this word, man, it actually goes into to plunder, overpower, or make desolate.
Man,
this would give Shadia the meaning of destroyer, representing one of the aspects of power. And in this context, it is essential and epithet. You see, so so that definition is basically the mightiness in his destruction, man.
Yep.
And we're about to see mighty destruction on this earth, man. So just reading that verse one more time, Psalms 91, it reads, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow," that mighty power of destruction, man. It's like they say, right, when you got a tornado, you have the eye of the storm. You sitting there and it's just supposedly it's just calm. It's supposed to be one of the most peaceful things you could experience, man. Which many people don't experience that because they die shortly after. But you got that storm all around you, is the analogy, right? Wow. Everything around you being torn up, flung into the air, man. But I guess in the eye of that storm, it's just calm.
Calm, yep.
And that's likening the elect, man. The elect are going to be cool as a cucumber, while this fire is raining, man.
Yeah, because the scriptures even say this was for the wicked. This is what this is for. Roughly paraphrased, this what's coming is for the wicked. It is what it is.
Matter of fact, can you get Malachi 4:1? See what I'm saying? See, because there's those of us, man, that are trying our best. At the end of the day, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai doesn't have to save us, but we're doing better than all these other people, man. All right, daily. To show we love and fear Yahweh Shai.
And of course, we're seeking that salvation, man.
That's right.
But at least if you know whatever happens, at least you tried, man.
At least you tried.
At least you gave it your best effort.
There you go.
Rather than the ones like this brother said you know, oh, well, we'll just accept the missiles. What does the scripture say, man? He that knows what's to come shall be beat with many lashes.
There you
if
go.
you know enough to say, I'm just gonna wait till the missiles hit me, then you knew too much, man.
Exactly. So you can't fall on ignorance is bliss. It ain't gonna work out for you. Yep. This is Malachi. You want me to get it?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
This is Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
That's right, man. The day cometh that shall burn as an oven, man. Okay, because also, too, when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's coming back with the heavenly air force, man, the holy angels, which are going to be in what the world calls UFOs, man, but we know them as the chariots of our Lord. And in those chariots accompanying Yahweh Shai, they're going to help him do two things, man, save and destroy. Save the elect and destroy the wicked. So not only are you going to have nuclear fire raining down, but you're going to have Yahweh Shai and the heavenly army raining down fire as well. You know, concentrated beams from them chariots, man. Okay? You see, so you also have that as well. But nevertheless, all that are proud, man, and all that do wickedly, right, are going to be, you know, subject to that second death, man. You got it, bro. You have a precept.
This is going with the brother with the chariot. This is Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with the flames of fire. Mm-hmm. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So this is letting you know that Yahweh Shai, even with the angels in the chariot, they gonna come and get the zapping and shooting and destroying. Matter of fact, let's go to your religions real quick, because you know some of y'all might talk about you gonna run to your churches. Watch this. Let's read further. Verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens. Them gardens are what? Them churches. Them whorehouses. Behind one tree, the midst of eating swine's flesh. Y'all love that pig, don't you? And the abomination and the mouth shall be consumed together, saith the Lord. That's going right down with the false prophets. It's going to be burnt up.
Mm-hmm. You got it, bro.
Now this is one more Isaiah 34 and verse 16, because the brother was reading in on it earlier, right? How the Heavenly Father is telling us a future, man. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these least, no one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. Mm-hmm. Right, so the Heavenly Father had already spoken prophecy, man. Not one of these least prophecies is going to fail, man. You might as already count it as a done deal. And it's funny, because if we back up a little bit, what is it that he's talking about, man? This is verse 9. It says, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever, from generation unto generation. It shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and forever.
Man.
Being what? The prophecy of America's future, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it's going to have that thermonuclear destruction. And that fire is going to rise up the smoke for a very long time, man. Because you got to think, when you burn a fire, what gets left there afterwards, man? The coals,
yes.
Right? The charcoal, man. And that charcoal, that's still going, man. You still got smoke. When you have a fire in a building, you'll have that fire, cooking, burning everything up. But once that fire is put out, it's going to raise up white smoke. And that white smoke's going to continue for a long time, man. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a lot of smoke coming from Babylon, man.
Yeah.
200 million thermonuclear missiles, that's a lot of smoke.
Overkill, man. But it was intended that way, okay? Because the sins of this place have reached up to the heavens, man. As well as Esau's, you see? So the Lord is going to ultimately come back with that heavy hand, okay? You said you got something?
Yeah, this is going into Revelations, going to what y'all going into, because this place is going to be destroyed in 1 hour, but also, too, when the brother was talking about the smoke's going to go so high up to the point that the other nations that are still around are going to be able to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go further. This is Revelation chapter 18. And I think I want to start at, I guess we'll start at 7. How much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. This is this place, Babylon, a.k.a. America. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judges her. So let you know that Yahweh Shemi Ashak about to destroy this place once again. And watch this in verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Woo. So letting you know that the nuclear missiles are about to blow this place clean, smooth off the map, that the other nations that are still around are going to be able to see the smoke of this place burning.
That's right, man. And what was that plague that it was talking about, man? Okay, really going into those missiles that the Lord's going to send, right? You see? And the chariots that are coming with Yahweh Shai. You got it, bro.
This is Zechariah 14 and 12. It says, And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away, while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Man, Sarah Connor on that fence.
I was about to say. I was about to say that. Hey, best visual is Sarah Connor, man. When she was on there, like your brother said, straddling that fence. She instantly just turned into bones, man. That's what the brother was saying too earlier. The Lord can extend that time that you feel that pain. Pursuant to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, the same was known after pain by death. All the wickedness you did, and just like that, you're just going to die? No, man. The Lord's going to make you feel all that wickedness you did.
Yeah, you got to picture all this stuff, man. Right? Even the brother was just reading how all the nations are going to see the smoke and be crying out at it, man. I mean, look at how the world reacted to that shooting that happened in France, man.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Everybody, they put little French flags on their social medias and what have you, man.
or even when that church, that famous church down there, I think Notre Dame Church or something that exploded.
Yeah.
Everybody all over the world was all.
Yep. So just imagine. I mean, we'll pretend that it was Europe, right? Imagine Europe got destroyed completely by millions of missiles, man. And you're looking up and you're just seeing the smoke from afar.
That's crazy.
Man, that's how they're gonna be seeing Babylon, man.
Yeah.
And not only that, but then the chariots are gonna have to come spray that fire, like the brother said too. Because some about those atomic warfare or nuclear warfare leaves behind radiation, man. So it's gonna have to be totally cleansed out here, man.
Something Gomorrah was destroyed, so it was Babylon.
Isaiah
13 year con.
So it's about to get crazy out here, man. 200 million thermonuclear missiles. You only got.
Instead of verse 19.
Okay. You only got 50 states out here?
Yeah.
And that's even one. Isn't that including Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken?
I believe
I believe so.
So you got 49 states, and you got 200 million nuclear missiles, man. Do the math. You might be able to hit every city out here.
Yeah.
But for you think about it, for the smoke, for other countries to see the smoke, that means America will be completely annihilated. To see that much smoke, because that's like you just shooting Texas. You're not gonna see the smoke of Texas being burnt up at France. You take the whole United States out, and anywhere across the world, they're gonna see that big old thick smoke. You're gonna be able to see that. But let me go and get this. This is Isaiah 13 and let's see, what is it? 18?
Verse 19.
Oh, Salaki. This is Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
You see that Babylon, which is America, is going to be thrown just as the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, which was how, man? By fire and brimstone. And that new modern day fire and brimstone is going to be missiles, man. And concentrated laser beams coming from those ships that Yahweh Shai is coming with, the angels, bro. You got something?
Con, I don't know if your brothers grabbed this. Malachi 4.
Hey, might as well bring it out
again.
Hey, it's a good one, man.
Yeah,
Oldie but a goodie, as the brothers say. It says, For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and what kind of ovens did they have back then? An electric oven, man?
No, they had the
No.
real.
They had them shits that you get too close to, man. You might end up losing some skin.
Yep.
That's right.
You're scared to put your food in there. Like, I don't know, man.
And all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Yahweh of armies, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So it's not going to be just a fire that consumes a tree, right? The root and the branch got to go, man, leaving no family tree, right? Which takes us to Isaiah 36. If you don't mind me grabbing real quick, brother. This is Isaiah 36 and verse Isaiah 34.
Okay.
Oh no, my mistake, man. It's not. What is the scripture?
What does it say?
Esau will be destroyed, so that he can't come up and build another house.
Oh, Isaiah 14. That should be like around 21.
Oh, that is 14, man. It's lucky.
No, you good, brother.
But yeah, anyway, I paraphrased it, but let's get the right words. Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities. So in other words, that family tree's got to go, man.
Yep.
That's what this fire's intended for, which is funny because Esau has taken the glory of being the creator of this so said fire, man. This thermonuclear destruction that he's about to taste to himself, man.
What is that in Isaiah? I made the smith that blows the coals.
You can grab that.
That's in Isaiah. Give it the smith that blows the coals.
54. Got it, brother.
Got that young brain, boy.
Hey, man. Hey, call all you how much. Hey, two is better than one, man.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's Isaiah 54 and
It'd be like 16. I want to say.
I don't quote it, but man. All right, and it says, yep, Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that blows the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth so I can bring forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Yeah, and that's really how Bashim al-Shah, man, they ultimately put the spirit on these different modern day scientists and engineers to ultimately manufacture weapons of mass destruction. I was just watching a little clip, like a 30-second clip, talking about the scientists that made the atom bomb. And they said they pretty much were sorrowful after they made it because they knew that something like this had the potential to destroy mass numbers of people, man.
Hey, that's funny, man. That shows you the Most High used their ass.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, man? Make this bomb, and then
Afterwards, feel bad.
they start falling back into their senses. Like, oh shit, that demon jumped off them.
Yeah. What have we created?
What do we do?
Because that same bomb was used, I think, that they were making at the time was used on Hiroshima, man.
Yeah, hey,
Hiroshima, yep.
What did Albert Einstein say? One of his famous quotes, man. I don't know how World War II will be fought, but World War III will be fought with no, I think World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. So he's showing you that what World War III, because this is during the time of World War II, right?
Right.
The World War III is gonna bring the destruction of this world, which he was speaking what the Book of Revelation tells us, man. What the third woe, right? The third woe, man. The third World War is gonna end with thermonuclear destruction, man.
That's right.
And you
bro.
even have the one guy had a heavy hand in creating the atomic scientist scheme, and the head of that, what was his name, man? Abraham Esau. That was his name, man. You can't make it up. Which really, that when you go into that word, right? The definition of those names would be father of the wasted away multitude, man. You see, father of the wasted away multitude, man. Esau, Edom, man. This is a quick one, brother.
Yep, you got it, bro.
Isaiah 9 and it's like Isaiah 9 and 5. Roman numeral is going to be messed up.
I know it.
It said, damn Romans. It said, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. That's what they were used to back then, man.
Yep.
Go watch one of the medieval movies, right?
Yeah, they were.
And that's going to be a confusing, bloody battle, and you're going to see garments rolled up in blood, man.
Yep.
Going on, it says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yep.
Man.
Burning and fuel of fire, man.
Yep.
Okay. Sometimes, man, when you be cooking something, for those of you who cook, when you go to cook something and you burn your finger on accident, and it be really hurting too. You get your elbow or something.
Let's my grease get you.
I'm about to say the hot grease pop back on you. Wow, it's crazy. I said that shit hurt and it burns, man.
Mm-hmm.
But how much more? Like I mentioned earlier, which roughly paraphrasing that number, the 3 million degree Fahrenheit heat, man. You see how much more is that gonna hurt? Man. Can you get that, bro?
Hey, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
The day of what?
The day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for it to come, wherein corruption is past.
God, you see that word doom on a Google definition, it says death, destruction, or some other terrible fate. Okay, and that's exactly what's coming, man. Death and destruction in the form of the missiles. See, these missiles, that's why Scripture says the slain of the Lord shall be many, right? Because one bomb can go off. That's why you know it's overkill. One bomb can go off in a major city, it can kill everybody, man.
Yep.
But 200 million nuclear warheads, that shows you how angry that the Lord is with this place.
Hey, you could have just sent 50 of them and called it a day, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You can grab me Amos 9 and 8 too, just to back up that point. You see? Because that's ultimately what's coming, man. Regardless if you people believe it or not. And, there's people that always say, oh, I believe everything happens for a reason. Oh, do you believe there's going to be an end of the world? You'd be like, no. Well, how come these missiles are created? Oh, that's a good point. I know it's a good point. The Lord, but that's really the Lord, man. He's blinded you people to where you can see these missiles, but you don't really believe that they're going to be used, man. And that's really madness, man. You see?
They think it's only going to be used for other countries for war, to keep other countries from invading.
Yeah. It's just going to be used in some other third world country, man, that nobody thinks about. No, it's going to be used here, man.
Yep.
It's probably going to rain down upon you if you don't get right.
Yep.
Got it, bro.
Amos chapter 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom,
right,
and I will destroy it off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord.
See, that's right, man. The Lord's eyes, the Lord's angels, which are those eyes? Okay, because that word angel means messenger, you see?
Mm-hmm.
The angels will take, what's going on here down on the earth, and they take it back to Yahushua. And Yahushua is telling the Father, man, hey, Most High is angry with the wicked every day.
Every day.
Okay, that's why the Lord has vengeance in his mind, man, constantly every second that he's sitting up there. And he can't wait to come back, man. And all the Heavenly Father is going to unleash Yahushua with all that pent-up anger and frustration, right, and vexation and pain. He's gonna let him be loosed. All right, and there's not gonna be no restraint. There's not gonna be nothing holding Yahushua back from the amount of destruction that he's about to do. Okay, you see, this is why we fear the Lord, because we understand these things and we don't want to partake in that destruction. Okay, did you have something, brother?
Yeah, I was just because I noticed here sometimes in the 1611 you'll have little definitions, man, and it goes into that Isaiah 9 and 5, that word fuel of fire, right? This will be both burning and fuel of fire. That word fuel is going into meat, right? And then I thought it was interesting, man, when you go into that word burning. It goes into cremation. You see, so cremating your meat, and that goes hand in hand with that Zechariah. What was that, 9 and 12? About the
Zechariah 14 and 12.
Yeah, 14 and 12. That the fire is gonna cause their skin to melt away as they standeth upon their feet, man. In other words, that meat's gonna be cremated.
Dang.
You see, and then that word fire. Let me pull up that word fire real quick as well, man.
That's heavy.
Call Allah Yabashim al Shai, man. Can't make it up. Oh, and it goes into altar fire or God's anger, man. Supernatural fire.
Wow.
Hey, so that's going to be a whole other type of fire,
That's
man.
what I'm saying. That's a fire you are not escaping from.
And something that could go with that too is what that we saw atomic warfare, man, but not nuclear warfare. This is going to be the first time and the last time that this type of fire takes place to this degree on the earth, man.
Yeah. And Lord willing, we'll have the front row seats, man, to actually see it in them chariots.
That's glass, man.
That's what we hope, man, to be in those chariots. See people think that's foolish, man, but that's all right. Once again, because the Lord has blinded you. See, so we look at you, and looking at you keeps us humble, because we know the Lord can blind us just like you.
Yep.
See, but we just still warn you, man, to keep doing what we got to do so we can be up there when Yahweh Shai comes back. Because how you think, because I remember there was a brother, I forget, it was a preacher Art from the Dallas camp. He was out there talking about, Babylon being destroyed, and as Jake came up, he said, you always be preaching about, you're preaching against the world. He's like, that's not right. And the priest was like, man, come on, what do you mean? And then he basically was like, he's like, Jake was like, man, you're talking about the world being destroyed by fire. He's like, where are you gonna go? There ain't nowhere to go. And then, man, it's just beautiful, man. Like, these people are really on the outside of the circle, and we're on the inside, man. That's really our faith, is that we would be in those ships.
That's right.
Through the mercy and grace of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. See?
Man.
Can you grab me, it says Isaiah 28 and 20. If you can grab me Revelation 15 and 1.
Gotcha.
This is Isaiah 28 and 20. For the bed is shorter.
Much like it says, the chambers, the secret place.
I'll find it.
Khan Baba Kashah. And then while he's looking for that, you can grab that, brother.
This is Revelation 15 and 1. And I saw it, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of God.
Yep.
One?
Yeah, Khan.
Oh, you want to do one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Salaki. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of God.
Yep, and this is the Apostle John, man, having a vision of the future of seeing the elect actually receiving the victory, man.
Mm-hmm.
Standing on that sea of glass, man, right in the fellowship with Yahweh Shai, right above the firmament, man, looking down. Okay, and that's why it was mingled with fire, because the destruction was taking place below them, and they were above it, man. In that fellowship with Yahweh Shai, looking down. Okay, and that's actually what we want to be, man, to see, and we believe in that. If Lord willing, the Lord will keep the spirit on us to do what we got to do, and we endure. And to the end, man, all of us will be saved, man. And the very same things that you people say that are crazy, or that, we're bugged out for believing in, will actually be there.
Hey, what does it say, man? They'll be amazed at the strangeness
Yeah,
of their
your
salvation.
Woo, that's right, bro.
This is Isaiah 26 and 20.
Oh, it's like he was.
It says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee.
Mm-hmm.
Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
You see, coming to them chambers, them chariots, man, to that indignation be overpassed, because that word indignation goes into righteous anger.
Come up hither.
Yeah, come up hither, man. If you want to grab that, Revelation 11.
Yep.
Come on, that's beautiful, man. Okay, because on the flip side of the destruction, right, there's also comfort in the salvation, man, because the Lord's making a way out. You see, the Lord is opening up the back door. He's saying, come, follow me. You see? But you people want to stay in a house, as I always say, in a burning house. This place is burning down, man. And if you want to continue to cleave to this world and be a friend of the world, well, you're going to be an enemy of the Most High, man.
Yep.
No, and accept that. You got it, bro.
This is Revelations 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Yeah, and I remember Apostle Tahar, had broke that down, saying, that could go into that fathership that we're going to be in, man, with Yahweh Shai. Because it mentions that cloud. But come up hither is actually going to physically be said by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew, man.
That's right.
Okay, and we're going to go up, Lord willing, with the elect, and we'll be called, beamed up into them chariots. It's like it.
No, it wasn't. It was a bug, not you.
Oh, come on. You see, like they say, them tractor beams, that's going to be right over the elect, and it's going to snatch them up, man, pursuing the 1 Thessalonians 4th chapter, where they shall be caught up into the clouds and meet the Lord in the air. And how are we going to, that's not talking about literal clouds, man.
No.
The ones that you see on a nice day, okay, it's going into the chariots, man. Are you holding something?
Yeah, I got a couple. This is Exodus 12 and 23. And it says, for the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you.
Yeah, Khan, you see it in the ancient times, in the time when pretty much that great darkness was to come to Egypt, our people, Moses had, commanded our people to put that blood upon their doorposts, man. Okay, and that when really that death angel that went through there was Yahweh Shai. And when he saw that blood, ultimately he would pass over you, man. But anyone who didn't have that blood on their doorpost was ultimately gonna die, man. Okay, and that blood now that we hope that covers us spiritually is Yahweh Shai's blood, man. Okay, and Lord willing, the blood of Yahweh Shai is on us. We're ultimately gonna be passed from life unto death, or passed from death unto life. Salakia, got it, bro.
And that's your paw, man. Because what is Yahweh Shai likened unto? Right, the lamb. You see, so that blood's being put on, and just like the brother said, the angel of death swooped in. What's he coming as now? The lion, man. To not meet Esau as a man.
That's right.
So just as he didn't meet the Egyptians as a man, he didn't come in no manly form.
Nope.
He's gonna come to jack up Esau on a level of gravity that's gonna allow the whole earth to be shook by the power of the Heavenly Father, man. And not only that, but how he delivered, right, these Israelites by the strangeness of his salvation, man.
Yeah.
This is one more Psalms 91 again. I didn't.
All right, bring it out. It was meant to come out.
Verse 10, it says, well, I'll go to verse 9. It says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So just showing you what did he say? Put the blood upon my doorpost. They even have that in the old Prince of Egypt movie. The angel of death comes and it sees the blood and just swoops on by, man. Hey, that's going to be that death coming through the world. But guess what? As it says in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, what come not near those that have that mark, man. The Tawah, that faith. You see, those that have the mark to be delivered, that angel of death is going to pass right over them, and that's why it's called what? The Passover, man.
That's right.
Let that angel of death pass over us and get this guy next to you, man. What did it say? 1,000 shall die at thy right hand. Hey, so there you go, man. Now, I remember when the COVID started happening, one of the brothers, he's like, man, I ain't even worried, man. I'm about to be stepping over bodies like this.
Yep. Yeah, and literally that's about to happen. The way people were dropping.
Yep.
Yeah, their body shall be dung upon the
earth. Yep.
You see
those false prophets that told you to get the high seat,
the high seat punch.
Oh, you see them on the ground, man, with their fringe shirt on, man.
Hey, we already were, man. Yeah, a lot of them have fallen.
Get some help.
Hey, you're running around on all kind of pharmaceuticals. They got the Monday through Sunday.
Oh yeah, that little plastic pop up. Yeah, it's about to get real bad.
Hey, that's right, bro. Oh, you hold something?
No, that was it.
I didn't hold nothing else.
Could you grab me? What does it say? Though you be lying among the pots, ye shall be as doves, feathers covered in gold. You know something? That's Psalms. But while you look for that, could you grab me the book of Jude?
Okay.
It's like you can go to the book of Jude.
I got you
down there.
This is Psalms 68 and 13. Though they have lion among the pots, yet shall ye be as the wings of a dove, covered with silver, and her feathers with yellow gold.
They be lying among the pots. We were, lowest of the low. We were in captivity, catching hell. The shit on the end of the stick. Okay, we were financially dealing with all different types of situations, just the poor and the needy, man. But those are the same ones that are going to be in them chariots covered of silver and gold, man. All different types of colors and, minerals and stones that we've never even seen, man. These chariots are beautiful, man. Okay, just from seeing some of them that the Lord has allowed us to see through different brothers reposts. But these chariots are beautiful.
Yep.
You see, we ultimately came in on slave ships, but we're going to leave out on spaceships, man.
That's right.
Lord willing, and that's the hope.
One more quick one, brother, to go with that. Isaiah 60 and 8. Who are these that fly as clouds, and as the doves to their windows?
See them chariots, man. They're always flying about. That's why, matter of fact, can you get Isaiah 31 and 5? As birds flying.
Yep. And actually, brother, let me go one more verse beyond that too, because now that you said that, verse 9 says, "What? Surely the islands shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from afar, their silver and their gold with them." So what are these chariots are going to be carrying you Israelites, man? You see, that's us that's going to be flying in those, man. What you tell me to grab, brother Salakia?
Isaiah 31:5, Bob Kusha. And you can hold that Kaya unless you got something.
No, it's like I'm tipping my tongue with it. What I'm trying to think of with that scripture.
This is Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 5, and it reads, "As birds flying, so will the Lord of armies defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it."
Now, that's that ultimate Passover that's coming, man. And we hope that we're actually passed over. You see, and called up. You people are going to be, chariot going to come right in front of you. You think you're going to go up, they're going to shoot a missile down on you, man. You see? So as birds flying, that's how the Lord is going to defend us, because the Lord's coming from the air, man, from the heavens above. Okay? You see, it's going to be an aerial attack when Yahushua comes back. That's fulfilling Revelation 12, man. And in verse 11, if I'm not mistaken, where it talks about the war in heaven. You see where Esau, Edom, his army, and these other nations and their armies come together to fight Yahushua in the air. That's going to take place, man. You see, but they're going to prevail not.
Uno más.
Con, you got it.
Psalms, I didn't even read this chapter today, man. I read the one verse, but Psalms 91 and 4, it says, "He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler."
Yep.
That's right, man. You hold something?
Hey,
I was thinking about it, but it hadn't came
going
up.
back into that analogy of a bird, of feathers, right? That's how we're going to be delivered, man. And but something, too, that I wanted to speak on real quick, that shield. Right? What does it say that the truth? A shield is your defense, man. So our defense from the wiles of this world is the truth.
That's right.
We are not ignorant to Satan's devices. If we didn't have that shield, oh what, man? The high C, I'll go ahead and take it. Oh, the chocolate chip. I'll go ahead and because why? You didn't have that shield up, man. You didn't have the truth to show you different, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Beautiful. And I'll probably close it up on this one. Just the last. Let's see. Start at verse 21. Start at verse 20.
This is Jude chapter 1 verse 20. "But ye beloved, building up yourselves on your most holy faith, praying in the Holy Spirit, keep yourselves in the love of God, looking for the mercy of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach unto eternal life."
See, so keep. We need to keep ourselves, doing the will of Yahushua. Really praying to the Lord that He keep us doing the things that are pleasing to Him, so that we can receive His mercy, man. Okay, building each other up in our faith, building ourselves up in our faith, man. Reading and doing as much as we can, studying. Okay.
Hey, in other words, keep them shields up, man. Hey, why did Leonidas get rid of the hunchback, man?
Because he couldn't hold his shield.
Couldn't hold his shield, man.
That's really good.
You will make a better soldier if all you can do is hold a shield. Because at least then you're a defense, man. At least nobody's coming through, right? Your brother could reach behind you with the spear.
Yep.
Yeah. Dang, that's a beautiful point.
That's beautiful,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even it talks about the shield of faith, man. You see, so that's the main ingredient. You can have that spear, but you getting shot with a barrage of arrows. Because you saw in that movie too, when them arrows would come, they all put their shield up and be good. It's like an umbrella for the rain.
Right.
So that's what we need.
Hey, otherwise you're gonna be like the foolish virgins. You're gonna be trying to hide under someone else's shield.
Yep.
But it just ain't big enough, man.
It ain't big. It wasn't big enough for one. You gonna get got, man. You gonna turn to a shish kebab, man.
That's enough oil for one, man.
Con. That's right, bro. That's why you need to get this oil while you can, man. Because when all hell breaks loose, the Lord ain't gonna have His men giving you the oil then. The Lord had His men giving you the oil now.
Yep.
You see, but you want to play games, and and I didn't know if this was the truth. All the excuses in the world, man. Then the time came that the Lord spoke through us and told you about came, and then now you want to look for us, man. Well, how about that? It's too late.
Yep.
See, if you find me, I'm gonna look you straight in your face. I'm probably gonna laugh so hard I'm gonna pass out, man.
Yep.
See?
The scripture tell you what, your tongue will cleave to the roof of your mouth.
Yep.
You ain't gonna be saying nothing. They had the ample time and a warning to be told what was going on and what was happening.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't understand, man. This is the time of the Most High's judgment. You have them dreams where you can't like talk, right? I've had those anyway, where you can't like talk, you can't cry out for help. Hey, that might be the case with some of you, man. Most time I just hit you with a mute.
Wow.
Hey, there's accounts of him blinding people, man, striking them so they couldn't see. So,
but they will not find you.
You're con.
He may just turn the lights out on you and your make you blind, deaf, and dumb, man. All of a sudden you can't see, hear, or talk. Oh my goodness.
Dang. Man. You just feel things touching you, don't know what it is.
And that's like a natural fear, man. Wisdom of Solomon says that Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, tells us that what? He's going to do this destruction according to your imagination, man. So you might think we could imagine these different things that may take place, but the Heavenly Father created you, man. He knows how to pull on you on ways that we can't even begin to describe, man.
Yep.
So, and the brother's going back into that time, when this all breaks forth and starts happening. This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11 and down. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." You're not going to hear nothing anymore. You're going to search to and fro. Watch this. "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it." So this is the time to get this now.
Yep.
You don't get it now, and when all hell break loose, it ain't gonna be there for you to help you.
Yep. People gonna be losing it, man, at that time.
Yeah, that to and fro shows you running all over the place, man.
Congestion, man.
They're gonna be. Hey, you know what? I saw them downtown Phoenix. Man, you know what? Let's go to Encanto Park, man. Oh man, they ain't there. Let's go to.
That's exactly
They're
what
gonna be going everywhere, to and fro.
Yeah.
You're gonna be going to all of these different spots and not find nothing, man.
They're gonna be like, what was his name? Yeah, what? Yeah, what? They're gonna be saying all kind of stuff, because when you go out, what names do they have? Yah, which is not his name. Yehoshua, not his name. You're gonna be calling out. These people gonna be calling out all these names, and you're not gonna get an answer. And there's gonna be people that do know that say Yahweh Shai. But guess what? You was in your wickedness, and he's gonna overpass that. Like, yeah, you know my name, but you didn't do what I told you to do, and you gone. You gotta understand how serious this is. This ain't no joke. This is no joke, not at all. This is life and death. The same thing that you gotta understand something. The same thing that Noah was doing when he was out for all them years, and he was going to them people preaching and telling them, "Look, man, get right, act right. I'm basically building an ark so we can get up out of here, so you can be saved." Maybe not in those words. I'm just making it in layman terms for y'all to understand. That he went out and he preached and he told them, "Get right, let's repent, do this," and the people laughed in his face and they scorned. When that ark shut, what happened to all them laughs? What happened to all that scorning? When them tears came, didn't it? That fear came, didn't it? That gurgling of the water came, didn't it? So we're giving you the warning now. We talk to you Israelites out there. We ain't talking about you other nations out there. We talking to the 12 tribes of Israel. You know? We already know 2/3 of Israel, y'all not gonna listen, but the message is coming towards y'all too. But at the end of the day, it's for the elect. Because only the elect are going to get the understanding this and repent and change and see what's really going on.
No, you're good, brother. God, hey, that's true, man. Okay, you see, when all hell breaks loose, man, when there's no food in these stores, because right now too, they're even trying to ration eggs, man.
Yeah.
I forget where that picture was taken, but now it's two carton per family, man.
Yeah, eggs are expensive. I'm about to go buy some chickens and quit my job, man.
Yeah, literally.
They gonna be slanging chickens. I'm slanging real chickens here.
No, slanging the eggs.
No, the eggs, $3. $3 an egg.
It's getting so bad too. I was reading an article where it was talking about a certain gang smuggling eggs now or something.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dang, that's serious. You smuggling? Hey, I got these good eggs. You got the brown ones right here.
I got
that grade A right here. Yeah.
Over here moving eggs, Plan Bs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tampons, you got a shortage of those?
Yeah, he gonna come out with a trench coat. I got this. I got that. What you need?
Baby formula.
Yeah.
Baby formula, toilet paper. He might have a half-used roll. Somebody gonna pay for that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's the times we're coming into, man.
Yep.
Because even back, I want to say 2 years ago with the scamdemic, you ultimately had it to where people were shopping for food, and they were limiting certain items too at that time, like water, package of water and toilet paper, and you had people coming out of the store, and people were trying to rob those people with that food, man.
Yeah. Of course, man. That's easier than going into the store.
Yeah. It's a lot easier. Free food.
So if
man.
you don't got the head Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, hey, they gonna get you.
Yeah. You ain't lying. They gonna get got.
Come out there with a hard-earned cart full of food, and you just
Big Brody gonna get in there and take your whole basket, man.
Yep.
And there ain't nothing you gonna do about it. No, he gonna make you tuck your chain and everything.
Yep. Debo.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 22 in verse 1.
Oh, so like, how could you start at verse? Start at verse chapter 3.
Verse 3 it says, "But thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the priests of Israel, our fathers trust in thee. They trusted, and thou didst deliver them.
See, our forefathers, man. Okay, you know, trusted in Yahweh Bashim Shah, the ones that have faith, because obviously you had the 2/3, right? You know, but they never believed, man. You see, but you can even read the Hebrews the 11th chapter, man. There's a whole chapter on the faith that our forefathers had, man. And it's a very beautiful thing to go into. See, so our forefathers trusted in the Lord, and He delivered them. How much more us? We're coming in the same stead, doing the same things they would be doing. You see, you got it, bro.
Going on, verse 4. Verse 4, it says, our fathers trusted in thee, they trusted, and thou hast delivered them. Thou cried unto thee, they cried unto thee, and were delivered. They trusted in thee, and were not confounded.
And that's what we're doing, man. As the brother says, Ezekiel 9:4. We're crying to Yahweh Bashim Shai day and night. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night and you just praying. You see, because you gotta get back up, go to work, and you gotta deal with the things of this world, and wicked ass people, evil spirits, demons.
Yeah.
So it's hell, man. We're always crying to Yahweh Bashim Shai, but guess what, man? Scripture say this poor man cried, and He delivered him from all of his troubles, man.
Hey, that
That's
name
right.
is a refuge, man. That name is a lifeline.
That's right.
I remember the first day my uncle came and he wrote that name down. It looked so like, you never seen a name like it, But I knew, man. I was like, man, I'm gonna memorize that name. I'm gonna call upon that in the day of trouble.
Yep.
And hey, over time, the knowledge is accumulated and everything just fits together like a puzzle, man.
That's right.
Right? The world, man, that's what the scriptures say, they're willfully ignorant, man. Just to see how they can't see these things, man. So it's a blessing to be woken up to this knowledge, man.
Yeah.
Like the brother said, we could be out there in the world, man. It humbles us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're literally on that path that would lead to salvation. We're literally on that path right now.
Hey, you got that movie 2012.
2012.
And
ships.
Yeah, and it's funny because you have like $1 million, like some crazy amount of money tickets that people are buying, so they could go escape the destruction in spaceships, man.
Yeah, they're calling it the ark.
Hey, these tickets don't have that tangible cost, man.
Nope.
You see, we're the only ones that actually are able to we constructing the ark, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. Because if we were in the ancient times, man, we would be building the ark right now, man. And while everybody else is partying, looking at us,
Yeah, we
3 years goes by, it's getting more done. Like, hey, he's still building. 10 years, he's still building, man.
Yep.
He ain't nothing coming. You know what I'm saying? People have kids, and their kids to grow up and they're like, man, that's the same dude been building for years. He ain't going nowhere, man. To that day when that rain comes down, man.
That's right.
Then you're going to wish you was in the ark. You people are going to see, Lord willing, with the elect, man, other brothers. You're going to see brothers go up into them ships, man.
Yep.
Their enemies beheld them.
Yep.
Our enemies could be our own people. It could be Esau. That's our main enemy. You people are going to see the elect be delivered, man.
That's right.
And we just hope that we're part of them that we're looking at you as we're going up.
Yep.
You know? That's going to happen, man. Because the Lord's not going to forget our works, man.
That's right.
And we believe that. Well, you people don't, that's all right. Because all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. People are going to perish. Right? Because you continue to reject this word. But do we understand that's part of your lot, man? Right? So unless you brothers got anything else?
Hey, I was just gonna say your opinions don't matter here, man.
Nope.
That's
It's
right.
like they tell you when you go to jury duty, right? You're gonna be there to judge, right? First thing they tell you, man, your opinion doesn't matter. Where you are being judged according to the law, the way it's written, man. Hey, you're being judged by the Heavenly Father, man. You see?
Yep. See, yes, to seek the Lord now while He may be found, man.
That's right.
Okay, because the time is running out. But with that, man, this was the GMS Phoenix camp again, coming back at y'all with Lord's will. This lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone, our teachers, and to all you, Akim wa Akwab, we say Shalom.
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 Beautiful.